Guys, welcome back to another episode of Learn Script and Lyrics. I am excited about today because we're talking about a quiet but powerful movie called The Carpenter's Son, directed and written by Lotfy Nathan. Now, some people might think, oh, this movie is another faith-based movie, but this one is much deeper. It is calm, emotional, and the acting really stays with you. So sit back, relax, get comfortable. We take a short break. When we come back, we dive right into the discussion.
So this story draws its inspiration from the apocryphal infancy Gospel of Thomas, a non-canonical text said to describe the childhood of Jesus. Now in this film, the family lives in hiding in the Roman era Egypt. The boy begins to manifest supernatural powers. Now both dark powers and divine powers begin to menace the family. And in this film, there is a mix of doubt, faith, fear, quite a genre-bending approach to a sacred story like this. Now, this film carries out or plays out very slowly, and I mean very slowly, right from the first half of the film. Even when the horror and supernatural, elements hit in, the pacing doesn't even help at all. It's just hanging between horror vibe, drama, mythical, myth, all of those things. It doesn't quite find its rhythm or its balance, and it's affects the pacing a lot. It makes it look very slow and very boring. The visual as well. The visual leans a lot on natural light, desert-like landscape, which is not bad at all. It's very beautiful to watch, which makes me believe that this movie focuses more on aesthetics, more on style rather than emotional impact. Because watching this film, I cannot say that I could feel emotions from the characters through the lens. So it was more of aesthetics than emotions for this film.
Yeah, like you rightly said, the lighting in this movie is very calm, and that, it works very well. It works with the story in this movie. And that takes me to the performance of this movie. Nicolas Cage. I would say that we saw a different side of Nicolas Cage in this movie. It was calm, it was quiet, it was subtle, almost allowing every emotion simmer into the surface. And we could also see that it was trying to hold back, and that works for this story. And the main themes in this movie is faith, starting all over again, and forgiveness.
Yeah, speaking about character performance in this movie, one compelling character is Noah Jupe. This is one character that is very interesting, and there is a lot beneath the surface. But I still feel like the story drags down the performance of the actors a lot because of the fact that it is very confused. The characters now feel trapped. They don't know if the film doesn't know if it wants to be a horror movie or if it wants to be a faith-based movie, or it doesn't even know what it wants to achieve. So it kind of drags down the performance from the actors in this film.
Yeah, one thing that I really liked, one thing that really worked in this movie is the fact that it was bold. It's not easy to take a religious story and turn it into something scary, something dark and emotional. That's a very big risk, and I respect the director for being brave enough to take, or rather to do something different.
Yeah, what didn't work for me in this movie is the fact that the movie struggles a lot with its tone and execution. But aside that, it was okay, but most of the time it was messy. It's just like a very different execution of a story like this. Stories of Jesus Christ, Joseph that we've seen didn't take this approach, which is quite bold of them, but at the same time, it's one of the weaknesses of this movie. So if I was asked if you should watch, The Carpenter's Son, I would say yes, if you are open to experimentation, if you are open to non-conventional styles, then yes, this movie might work for you. For me, I'll just rate it a 4/10.
Okay, so overall, the Carpenter San, it's not a perfect movie. It's quiet, it's bold, it's thoughtful. If you like a slow burn movie, the Carpenter San is worth your time. It's worth watching. So I would rate the movie a 6 out of 10. So we've come to the end of the first segment. We'll go on a break. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation.
Okay, so right now we'll be taking a look at the musical journey of a rising star, Shoday. So even before music found him, before he started music, he was just doing his thing. He was a content creator, he was a skit maker, not until music called him. And when he answered this calling, it wasn't just a side hustle. He spent his early years recording, experimenting until he found a sound that was very much like him.
Yeah, a video of Shoday surfaced on the internet where he said he wanted a verse with Davido, but he didn't know his address. So he searched on Google. Google gave him the address to Davido's house. On getting there, bro knocked for, I think, almost an hour. Nobody responded to him. But eventually, I think the gate man in the house came out. Shoday introduced himself to the man. My name is Shoday and all of that. Guess what? This man told Shoday that, sorry, you are the wrong address. This is not Davido's house. So I think that story about Shoday shows that being yourself, staying consistent and patient really pays off. And then came the song that changed everything for him, which is Caution.
Yeah.
It was released in 2022. Although at first the song didn't really blow up that much because it's not a loud club song. But through playlists, social media and words of mouth, people started getting to know Shoday until he remixed the song with Skibby,
yeah.
and that gave him more popularity and made the song to reach more people.
After this song came out, everything changed for Shoday. He got spotlighted. He even got mentioned as up next artist of the year on Apple Music. So a lot of things changed for him. His fan base grew from few to many. Like, it was really huge. Even that story about him going to search for Davido is very crazy. It shows his hustle. It shows his hustle spirit. And one thing to draw from his story is that persistence really works, because and the fact that one song can just come and change everything for you.
Yeah. So with Shoday, or rather from Shoday's story, like I said before, being patient, being true to yourself really, really pays off.
Yes, so
he really does pay off.
He even dropped more songs after that. He dropped an EP in 2024. Last year, that was Breakfast.
Yeah.
So it's been really good for Shoday, and it's just like a message to other upcoming artists that if you continue to be persistent, you definitely get. So with that, we have come to the end of line script and lyrics. What is that Shoday song that you cannot stop listening to? My name is Gift to Swani, and I'm here with Sohe as always. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, guys. Until next time, remember to follow us on all social media platforms at iRival Studios. Bye bye, guys.